Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome back to Needs of Children. In this session, we are going to get the information about 9th Standard English Medium Social Science. In that, Economics, Chapter number 2, Human Resources. Let's come to the what are the very important learning points from this lesson. In this lesson, you will learn the important points like know the meaning and importance of human resource. Understand the characteristics of India's population, literacy rates, sex ratio, rural, urban and age distribution and density in India. Understand the concept of demographic transition and understand the role of reproductive and child health in improving the quality of population. So these are the very important learning points from the lesson Human Resources of India. Like natural resources, in the previous lesson we get the information about natural resources. In that, as a sun, forest, rock, minerals, animals, air, oil, water, soil. So these are all we are considered as the natural resources. In the same way, the population is also considered to be the wealth of a country. The people living in a country constitute the population of that country, which consists of children, adults and senior citizens. When comes to the children, those who are under 14 years are considered children. Those who are between 15 and 60 years are considered adults, and those who are above 60 are identified as senior citizens. Then what is human resource, to whom we are going to be called as the human resource? Like educated and healthy working people are considered as nation's human resource. As usually the people living in a country, they are children, those who are under 14 years. Adults, those who are 15 and 60 years, they are considered as the adults. Those who are senior citizens above 60 years. Under this category, adults are capable of working and they form the national wealth. People with knowledge, skill and benefits and abilities form the human resource of that country. Since the population of adult is more in India, there is an increase in the workforce, especially when compared to other countries. India, it has maximum adults age. That means we are having the maximum workforce. If that workforce, if we are providing good education, training and health facility are provided to human resources, they can be transformed into human capital. They possess the capability to increase the national income and transform society. Then population is it an asset. When we are provided good education, training and health facility to the human resources, they become as the asset for the country. Sometimes if higher investment is made on education and health of children, they will be able to earn higher income in future and make valuable contributions to the society. Governments work towards providing good education and health facilities to their citizens. That is the very important responsibility of the government has to be take in providing the good education as well as health facilities to their children or citizens of the country. Even people as resource, obviously those who are having knowledge, those who are having ability, those who are having skills, education, training, experience, judgment, wisdom, creativity, clarity. So if those are converted as a resource, we can observe around us that the working capability of healthy. If a people, those who are considered as the working people, if they are healthy, if they are educated and trained, people is more, obviously the nation's income increases due to this. So that always the working capability should be healthy as well as educated and they are trained. That is the reason why educated and healthy working people are considered as nation's human resource. If the working capability always they are falling ill healthy, either they cannot be suffering from, they are suffering from many diseases, from them we cannot expect maximum work, or they cannot be converted into as a resource. So that what is the importance of human resource? Human resource occupies greater importance in the production of goods and services rather than natural resources and material resources. Surrounding around us, there will be a deposit of natural resources. Availability of those are all natural resources can be converted into as a usable resource, converted into as a goods and services. That is only when human resources, with the help of human resources. So that human resource play a very important role modifying the natural resources as well as material resources. Human resource provide the skill and workforce needed for the production. Even the people who work in various jobs in the field of agriculture, in the field of industry, in the field of service sectors are referred to be as a workforce. Otherwise, we cannot expect any kind of work if they are engaged in different various jobs, that to be skilled and workforce they are participating in the production of the varieties of goods and services. So even India we are considered as a second largest populated country in the world, but that large population is not a burden. When it is not to be a burden, let's come to the, here are some of the points are highlighting how India's population it's not to be become as a burden for a country. Human resource conducts new research to provide better facilities to the people like electricity, televisions, computers, mobiles and fast moving vehicles are all the contributions of human resources. So these are all the contributions it has been created by the human beings for fulfill their needs and wants. So till now India's large population was considered as burden, but now it is being viewed as a resource because of it is possible to convert the people into a productive asset by providing good education, training and health facilities. Then the population is to be converted into as a human resource. However, it is a better if the population of a country is not very huge. That's common, but as we are having the maximum population, but instead of we are considered as a burden, we have to be converted that population into as a human resource. So here are the pictures, you can identify how the large populations are going to be become as a not to be a burden and make utilize as a human resource. So let's come to the here some of the terminological words which are related to population. Among that, population explosion. So what is the concept of population explosion? A sudden large increase in the size of population is called as population explosion. And then density of population. Density of population is the number of people living in a per square kilometer of geographical area is called as density of population. And the next, sex ratio. Sex ratio refers to the number of females per thousands male is called as sex ratio. Whereas birth rate, the number of living births per thousand of population per year is called as birth rate. Whereas death rate, the number of deaths per 1000 people per year is called as death rate. Life expectancy, whereas the life expectancy is the number of years a person is expected to live life is called as life expectancy. So these are some of the terminological words related to population. So that's it about today's session. I hope you have understood till now what we are discussed. In case if you are having any doubts related to this topic, you can comment in the comment box. I will solve your doubts and I will come back with the next video. Until, keep watching my channel. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you in the next session. Bye bye. Take care.